Okay, so here's the first 11 personal life things you should outsource. This is different. This is not mom specific, although I know I have a lot of moms who are here. And so I'm going to, at the tail end of this video, talk about some mom stuff as well. But wash dishes, fold laundry, clean, cook meals, buy groceries, clean anything you should never clean, car maintenance, run errands, pay bills, plan events, house projects. Best not be grouting your own tile. Book appointments. And then, so think about it from that perspective, right? Those are your first 11 things that you should be outsourcing. That's a lot to outsource, but that's your first job, is to get some of that off your plate. Figure out and identify, what are you spending the most time on? Get that off your plate. And then eventually you can get to the point, and I don't even really like, I think I'm now at the point, like this year, I'm now at the point where I don't feel that pressure to like, okay, the team took this off my plate, I got to go do higher level stuff. You should feel that pressure, in my opinion, for like the first decade of outsourcing, because otherwise the machine grinds to a halt and you can't pay anybody. Nobody gets paid. So look at your personal life and identify what's taking up the most time and make a plan to get that off your plate. We're gonna talk about how to find a rock star for your personal life. I'm gonna give you some suggestions in the next video, but this is step one. Identify what's sucking your time up in your personal life and get it off your plate. And then, start thinking about, okay, what am I going to do to generate more revenue to pay for this person and then some? And again, we'll go into more of that, but that's the basic first stage. And you're going to repeat that for washing dishes, folding laundry, cooking meals, buying groceries, cleaning anything, car maintenance, run errands, pay bills, plan events, house projects, and booking appointments. The booking appointments one is awesome, by the way. I haven't talked to a customer support person, like returns. Okay, this is like one of my classic examples that I tell people who are like, but how can I afford that? Here's my question for you. Have you ever purchased something, didn't like online, didn't like it, but not return it? So an Amazon purchase or clothing purchase. Like, have you ever spent $100 on bikinis or something, clothing, a small appliance, and not returned it? I can't speak for everyone. Or like, have you ever gotten billed incorrectly for something and you knew you should have called to sort it out and pay less, but you just paid it? I think a lot of people can relate to that. Maybe not everybody. Some of you guys are really good about that, but a lot of us can relate to that. And that alone could, like, what I purchased and didn't return over the period of a year, and then my assistant then handles my returns and gets that money back for me. I don't think quite pays for her because she's full-time, but could certainly do that for a part-time person. Certainly. Or even another way to look at this is like sending someone to the grocery store who will not impulse grocery shop for you is going to pay for that person, because they're not going to impulse shop for you. They're going to stick to the list. So you need to start rethinking, like, where can I find the money and have this person find the money to pay for them? And see it as exciting. Like, see it as, and I learned this from like back in, when I was like $100,000 in debt. Back in like 2013, college debt, medical debt, car, credit card debt. And I was like really big on a Dave Ramsey, and he's like, find the money. Look at your budget. And I did, and I got so creative with my budget. From a mom perspective, and this is a different role. So right now, as of the time of filming, Ellie's with her dad 1 night a week, and she's with me the other 6 nights. I mostly, for the most part, am with her like throughout the day. And then I have a nanny that comes on Mondays. So Monday, and if I can be really honest, I'm supposed to work the whole day Monday, and I usually end up only working a half a day because I don't want to miss out. They go to the beach, they do all kinds of, they go to the park, like they do all kinds of fun things. I don't want to miss any of it. So I typically only work like a half a day on Monday, even though I'm technically supposed to be working the whole day, and I'll just like do whatever they're doing with them because I don't want to miss out. So I have a little bit of help, in the nannying department, but I'm sharing that because I want you to know there's actually not a lot. Like, it's really only the one day. I'm with Ellie pretty much full time, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Um, Now, if her dad ends up having her more time in the future, then I'll just use that extra time to work or do whatever. Um, it's no like it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just currently and for the first 3 years of her life, I've had her basically 100% of the time, and so which has been the joy of my life. And so I'm sharing that because I want to. I have a lot of help but not in the mom department because I don't want to. So I want to make that really clear. I don't want to. Everyone's different. I don't want Ellie to be, I want her to be with me as much as humanly possible. I love spending time with her. Like, that's my big thing. I love spending time with her. So from the mom department, I get help in like the things I don't have to think about so that I can just spend as much time as possible with Ellie. So like really basic things, like the diapers are always stocked. The little diaper pal is always switched around. I never have to think about that. I mean, she's so easy. Oh, the big one is like a nanny handles pickup and drop offs with her dad. So I don't have to do that, which saves me some time, which is nice. And also just like better for the dynamics. So that helps because that's like a lot of, it's just like a little bit of like pick up and drop off here and there, which is nice. It's not a lot. Because I don't find motherhood tiresome or motherhood, hard, I guess, to be honest, but I'm supported in every other area of my life. I would be stretched to the max if I wasn't getting some of this other stuff off my plate. So I'm not a superhero. I just have stuff off my plate. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else. I'll like remember it tomorrow, but I really don't think because, so much of motherhood is, like it's just at this little stage, it's just being present, right? Like there's not a ton of like school stuff yet that I need help with. There's not a ton of tutoring that I need. Like she's 3, not 13. And so motherhood is easy in this stage because really the only like, do I have snacks? Do I have diapers? Do I have time? Like they're easy. And the laundry like is done not by me, and the cooking is done not by me, and the shopping is done not by me, and that's where I get the support. And I would bet that all of you guys, you love spending time with your kids, you're just very overwhelmed by the other things that you're expected to do. And so that's why we want to get that off your plate so that you can spend more time in your business to grow your business, which ultimately allows you to spend more time with your family. Because that's, for us moms, I really believe that's the goal is like, I want to build a business which might require more work in the short term so I can eventually work a lot less so I can be with my children. That's the game plan for every mom I ever talk to. And so the first step in that massive jungle you've got to hack through is not doing stuff that you can pay someone to do or get creative with someone to do for $15 an hour. And looking at the money you already have in your life and looking at the systems you already have in your life and saying, where can I leverage this existing stuff? So it's literally cheaper for me to bring this person on than it is for me to do it myself. Okay, let's talk about how to find a rock star in your personal life. We briefly touch on like what to look for. So I want to get my notes and figure out what I'm even talking about in that video. If not, we're just going to go to the next module. I only printed off this page. I got to go print off the next page. Now you know.